Guys, the showdown of a lifetime happened today. A match like no other. Imagine putting Goku against Superman. You'll have an idea of how iconic and powerful this match was. It was like King Kong and Godzilla decided to go to town on each other. It was like Gi-hun trying to play marbles with a senile Ganbu. And of course, that match I'm talking about was between HTC and Facebook. Now, to understand what happened, we have to first look at the new headset that HTC just announced this morning, the Vive Flow. Now, I'm going to be honest. I'm not trying to be mean, but the Vive Flow is a joke. I'm going to cut straight to the point. It's a $500 headset that might go up in price later this year. They literally threatened that by saying that this is the best price it's going to have all year long. It's $500 for just the headset, by the way, no controllers. You actually use your phone as a 3DOF controller, meaning it won't track where your phone is in the space. It will only track what your phone is actually pointing at. The headset itself is going to weigh about a third of what the Quest 2 does, at like, I think it was like 180 grams, and it sits on your head kind of like how glasses would sit on your head. And I'm going to be honest, I'm really curious to see how well it actually stays. Until I see a video of someone using the headset leaning forward and moving around, I'm convinced this thing is just going to fall off anytime you do anything else besides leaning back. The screen itself is nothing impressive. We were all hoping for like micro OLED or something like that, but it's just two LCD screens with a resolution of 1600 by 1600 per eye. That's about the same as the Quest 1, and it's a lot less than the Quest 2. So based off that, the screen's going to look terrible. It will have an FOV of 100 degrees though, which is a little bit more than the Quest, but not by much. And the refresh rate's only 75 hertz. 75 hertz. I mean, I guess you don't need much more than that because the headset isn't targeted for gaming, but 75 hertz is ridiculous when the Quest 2 can get up to 120. So the headset's actually targeted at people who want to use it for meditation and lifestyle, which I think is really dumb. I honestly only know of one single meditation experience for VR that's actually worth trying, and that's Trip. It's super cool, but I seriously cannot imagine buying an entire headset just to be able to use Trip. The worst part is that it's not even a wireless headset. The headset has to be plugged into a power source if you plan on using it for more than just 5 minutes, which is how long the battery lasts. 5 minutes. Think about that, a 5-minute battery. They advertise this as a feature saying hot swap power sources and preserve running processes on the device for up to 5 minutes with the built-in uninterruptible power supply system. It's just stupid, guys. Like, it doesn't even have a battery. It's a joke. The whole headset is a joke, and it just shows how disconnected HTC is from consumers. Are there people that might still want this headset? Yeah, I could see a couple of use cases for it, but all of the reasons that I thought that I would have to want to use the headset, they're just gone. They don't exist. Like, I was thinking this would be a great small portable device to take with me traveling, but that won't work because it only has a 5-minute battery. I'd have to have it plugged in somehow. And the most redeeming feature is the adjustable diopter lenses. Basically, you can sharpen each lens to fit, you know, what your glasses prescription is, so that way I wouldn't need to use my contacts or glasses with them. Now, that's a really cool feature for like a lifestyle focused headset, and it's something I'd love to see other headsets implement. But outside of that, it's literally worse than the Quest 1. It's basically just an Oculus Go 2.0, and I cannot justify buying it when for $200 less, I can get an Oculus Quest 2 that does everything the Vive Flow does and more, and does it all better. But you know, Facebook's trying to steal your data or whatever, so if you're really worried about that, this is an option or whatever, I guess. In response to HTC's new headset, Facebook decided to throw down the hammer. They were sitting there ready to go with the nuclear codes already typed in, just waiting for the right moment to hit launch and absolutely obliterate HTC. And that moment came just a day before Vive officially announced their product yesterday, when all of the leaks were still going around. And Facebook went hard. They didn't pull their punches. They just launched multiple missiles one after another to make sure that they nuked HTC to oblivion. And of course, those attacks came in the form of not one, not two, but 3 teases of 3 entirely different VR headset prototypes. First off, Andrew Bosworth, Facebook's CTO, posted this picture on Twitter saying, "Proud of the research Michael Abrish's team is working on at the FRL-R Redmond. Excited to get an early look at some of the technologies that will underpin the metaverse. We work on several prototype headsets to prove out concepts. This is one of them. Kind of. It's a long story." Basically, this is Boz's way of telling HTC, hey, look at us. We have a prototype too. We tried small form factor headsets too, and who knows, if this Vive Flow does really well, maybe you'll see our version of it come out. And if the HTC Vive Flow flops, well, that means you probably won't. But hey, all that's important is that all of this hype for this new Vive headset that you're getting, all of this hype from all these leaks, well, why Why don't you direct that at us? Because guess what? We have a similar product idea. We have a better product idea. We're better than you, and we have something even better coming out in just a few weeks. He really threw down the sauce, if you know what I'm saying. Well, HTC's China president Alvin Wing Grayland saw exactly what Oculus was trying to do, saw exactly what Boz was trying to say, and he wasn't fazed by it at all. They were ready for this sort of attack, and so Grayland quickly deployed his counterattack and actually responded to Boz's post by saying this: "Hey Boz, nice looking research project. Want to trade for a production quality device hot out of our factory?" Now Boz actually responded to that by saying no deal, but still, I don't think Facebook was ready for that kind of counter assault from HTC. I mean, seriously, HTC really deflected that first attack, and since they deflected it so well, Facebook had to double down, and they launched 2 more successive attacks to silence HTC once and for all. In fact, this was such a big issue that Mark Zuckerberg himself, on the very same day, posted his own photo of a completely different headset prototype, but this time it was posted on Facebook because, you know, Mark Zuckerberg, of course he's going to post it on Facebook, not Twitter. But he posted it with this caption saying, "I spent the day with the Facebook Reality Labs research team in Redmond to demo our next generation virtual reality, augmented reality, and artificial intelligence tech. This is an early retina resolution prototype. The future is going to be awesome." The future is going to be awesome. The subtext here, the future is going to be awesome because of us. Not because of you, HTC, but because of Oculus. Now, the headset itself doesn't look that interesting. The most interesting feature about this prototype is the retina resolution display. Retina resolution basically means the amount of resolution you would need on a screen to make the screen look no different from the real world. Assuming you have 20/20 vision, that is. A retina resolution display would have so many densely packed pixels that it would appear indistinguishable from reality and provide peak immersion. Needless to say, no consumer headsets have come close to this. So the fact that Oculus is teasing this sort of headset, they're not just trying to steal the thunder from HTC, they're trying to silence them once and for all. Here comes HTC with their cute little lifestyle headset, and Oculus immediately responds by teasing a standalone headset with a retina resolution display. The final blow to HTC from Oculus was this final picture of a pretty normal looking headset with a caption from Boz, "So many prototypes." Now let's just be clear about this. This was Boz's way of saying, HTC, you aren't special. You're not cool. You can't just waltz back into the consumer market after what you did before and pretend nothing happened. You think you have unique ideas? Well, look at us. We're here ready to steal them all and sell them for even cheaper than you, because we can afford to do that, and you can't. You're living in the past, we're living in the future. So go on, get out of here. The big boys are playing now. Now let's be clear, none of these Oculus headsets are likely to be the same headset that will be announced in just a few weeks. I mean, for one, these were all prototypes with a black finish, and it's pretty likely that based on the leaks we've seen so far, the next headset will be white, just like the Oculus Quest 2. Anyways, guys, that's it for this episode of Untitled Series. I'm Panda. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and like it, but go on and get on out of here. I don't know what you're still doing here watching this stupid video. I'm doing my outro. This is the boring part. You should be out of here. You should be out on Twitter crying about the HTC Vive Flow and how horrible it was. You should be arguing with people about Facebook and Oculus and all their other headsets. And, you know, you should be out pre-ordering the Vive Flow because it's cool and you don't want Oculus to win. you should actually pre-order. Please don't pre-order the Vive Flow. Don't waste your money, please. I mean, please, unless you actually have a real use case for it, unless you actually see yourself using it for meditation, don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. Go on and just go. The video's over. Get on out of here.